All right, lesson number 4 or 2 for this week, but it's the fourth video we've done, the fourth lesson we've done with online learning. So this is going to be vertex form of a quadratic equation, and then we're going to do transformations from a parent function too. It's kind of fun. Vertex form is just a different form of a quadratic function. So far you know the form that's ax squared plus bx plus c. This one's a little bit different. So click the notes or grab a piece of paper and follow along with us. Not us, it's just me. So follow along with me. All right, vertex form of a quadratic equation is y equals, oh, there's no parentheses yet. It's just y equals. That's why we use pencil in math. Y equals a, and then times, parentheses, x minus h, and that's squared plus k. What do those mean? Well, h comma k is your vertex, and x equals h is your axis of symmetry. It is so much easier to get your vertex and your axis of symmetry when your quadratic function is in this form. So this first one, if I'm looking at this equation, I'm just going to kind of write it below it. Y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Okay, what's my axis of symmetry then? Well, it's h comma k. But watch, because that's a plus 4, so h has got to be a negative 4, right? And then this is a minus 2, and so h is going to be, or k is going to be a negative 2, because this is a plus. So just really watch those. You have a minus here and a plus here. And my axis of symmetry is negative 4. I'm going to do all 4 of these with you because it's just like, it's new and we're not really used to it. For this one, my axis of symmetry is x equals 3. It comes from this h right here. I have minus 3 there. My vertex then is 3 comma 0 because I have nothing at the end, no plus k. So that would be like a plus 0. In number 3, my axis of symmetry is x equals 5. It's a positive 5 because in vertex form I have a minus. So there's a minus here. And then my vertex is 5, negative 4. In this one, my axis of symmetry is x equals 0. How does that work? Well, there's nothing with the x here, right? These all have something with them. There's nothing there. There's not a parentheses, but you can imagine that there's a parentheses like right there. My vertex, though, I do have this number at the end. So it's 0 comma 3. Okay. For these two, we just want to graph them. So you're going to do the exact same thing. Get yourself some points. So I'm going to do number 5 with you. My axis of symmetry in this, with this one, is x equals negative 2. My vertex is negative 2, 7. I'm going to put that in the middle. And then I'm going to go around it, because that's the easiest way to graph a parabola, because we know parabolas are equal on either side. And we would still plug our numbers in. So you're just going to plug these numbers in for x. So I'm going to get 3, 6, 6, 3. Okay, my domain is all real numbers, and my range is y is less than or equal to 7. I know that because at the highest point is negative 2, 7. And then I go here, 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 here. Remember, it's just, you're just sketching it. So there we go. Okay, do this one. All right, the next thing we want to do is we want to talk about transformations from the parent function. This I always thought was really fun when I did Algebra and Algebra 2 as a kid, and I feel like that speaks volumes as to what kind of a math nerd I am. The most simplest quadratic equation is y equals x squared. That is the equation that's graphed here. You have an axis of symmetry of 0. Your point is 0, 0. And then it's like either side is equal, right? 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. You're plugging those in. This is known as the parent function. A transformation is a change to the size or position of a figure. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to graph these other equations in 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then you're going to tell me how it changed on the side here. So for 7, my axis of symmetry is x equals -2, and my vertex is -2, 0, because I don't have that k off to the side. Remember, from just on the other side, we're looking at y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about with that. So that's going to be my middle point. I'm going to put -2, 0 in here. And then I'm going to put -3, -4, -1, 0. You're just plugging those in. -4 plus 2 is a -2. Square it, it's a +4. -3 plus 2 is a positive, or -1. Square it, and it's a +1. And then you're going to have the same thing on the other side. So when I graph this, it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I started there. You guys are probably saying the same thing. Why are you starting there, Mrs. Kortner? I don't know. Shush. Okay, looks like this. So it did not get any bigger in any way, right? The size didn't change, but it did move. It moved left 2. Which, if you think about it, it's kind of funny, because here, look, it's like that's a number than that, right? There's a number in the equation that's different. So let's look at x squared plus 5. My axis of symmetry is going to be 0. I can see that because I don't have anything in the parentheses with my x here. X equals 0. And my vertex is going to be 0, 5, my k. I'm going to go on either side, -1, -2, 1, 2. Plug them in. -1 squared is a +1, plus 5 is 6. -2 squared is a +4, plus 5 is 9. And then same exact thing. I'm going to graph it. It's going to be way up here, right? I can't even, it's like up here. What happened to this one? It went up 5. Okay, you have 2 more to do. I will tell you the 2 that you're going to do. It's going to be 2 things. So you're going to go say, or it's like, you're going to say it went right, it went left, something like that for this one. And then for this one here, you're going to say 3 things. It went right or went left, it went up or it went down. And then this one, you can tell with this negative number right in here, this negative right here, this one's going to be a frown, right? So you can say that it also flipped. If you want to go over those answers, we can definitely do that in the Zoom call this Thursday. So a reminder about that, I can't remember if I already talked about the Zoom call because I've done so many videos today, but we're going to do a Zoom call again on Thursday. We'll do noon again. There were a decent amount of you on there on Thursday. There weren't any questions from last week's material. Hopefully there's not this week, but if you still want to hop on, you can. But if you do have questions, that's the time to ask it. So try to get these 2 lessons done. You don't have to have the assessment done yet, but try to work through some of the lessons so that if you have questions or want to know answers to any of the practice problems I didn't show, we can go over them then. So, okay, I'll be posting that later this week, the Zoom link. All right, good luck. Don't stress. You guys got it.